Welcome to another horror movie review. I hope you enjoy it and find the information helpful. Today's selection is entitled Comforting Skin, released in 2011. This was an interesting remake of an urban legend. A person, sometimes a guy, other times it's a girl, wants to make a life change or drastic change. They get a tattoo and ask the tattooer to make it unique. The tattoo comes to life, having the ability to talk to the person inside their head and make the person feel whole until the only thing the person wants is either to get rid of the tattoo or die. Sometimes the tattoo has the ability to kill people. This film moves along at a very slow pace, and although this movie is based around the urban legend, this movie is rather boring. Besides having a paranormal tattoo, there isn't a lot of actual horror in this film, other than the awkward creepiness we get from the shooting angles. It is knowingly clear that Coffee has had a horrible life. She was a drug user, a cutter, and didn't have a great upbringing. After she gets a tattoo, she tries to kill herself, and the tattoo comes to life. The tattoo becomes an all-consuming thing for her, making her feel good and happy until she starts to notice that things aren't that great. The tattoo tries to alienate her from her best friend, who has some mental issues of his own. My favorite part of this film, because it was so funny, was the orgasmic elevator ride. Interesting facts. This movie was awarded the Best Actress prize at the 2012 Fantapalooza Film Festival in Brazil. References: Ghostbusters 1984, I Got Slimed. Horror Nerd, technical specifications. Runtime, 1 hour 49 minutes or 109 minutes. Color, this film is in color. Release dates: Canada, October 10th, 2011, Vancouver International Film Festival. United States, January 20th, 2012, Slam Dance Film Festival. France, January 26th, 2012, Rameur Fantasy Film Festival. Netherlands, April 20th, 2012, Imagine Film Festival. Brazil, May 12th, 2012, Fantapalooza Film Festival. Canada, May 21st, 2013, DVD premiere. Booze. 4. Personally for me, I didn't care all too much for this film. Seeing as a tattoo girl was always one of my favorite urban legends, The X-Files did a way better job portraying it. It is one of the more darker themed urban legends and could have been done a lot better. Scary. 8. When compared to the other few films that fall into the horror drama, this one isn't that bad. It has some creepiness to it, a little bit of mystery, sex scenes of course, and just a sprinkle of gore at the end. Script. 70. This movie receives a passing grade. Most of this movie seems boring, mostly at the beginning. The acting is subpar. I really like the way the tattoo sounded. Soundtrack. 65%. The classical music seems to take up a lot of the time. There is a moment in the film where an old song comes on. For what this movie has been leading up to musically, the song seemed offbeat, and it didn't help that it sounded like it came off an old broken record. I like vinyl, and its pops and sizzles can make music sound a lot better than the clear-cut versions most of us listen to today. However, the change from crisp classical to this offbeat made it stand out, and not in a good way. There were a few issues when the main character yells and her audio goes a little odd. It almost sounds like it was clipping, and then instead of turning down those spots, they made them loud and flat. I don't know how else to describe it. Cinematography. 79%. The angles and camera work did a better job of telling the story than the music or script did. You got to understand how the characters felt. The lovingly panning of the camera as it kept the tattoo right in its sight as it moved. The first scene where it seemed rather annoying that people are crossing in front of the main character's shot, almost as if she is invisible. However, it loses 1% to an 80 due to the porno scene. I know you want to love a tattoo, but sticking someone else's foot into your cunt is not the way to do it. Recommendations. If you like this film, I recommend The Unwanted or Plague. The Unwanted is a horrible remake of Camilla. However, it has some sex scenes and a dash of vampirism. I gave it no booze and no scares. Plague is a movie that takes place a decade after the zombie virus hits. The zombies are not the main attraction. The main attraction is the relationship between the three main characters. I gave it 2 booze and a scary rating of 4. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it with another like-minded horror fiend just like you. If you want to know when more videos are coming out, simply subscribe to the channel. If you have any of your own horror movie suggestions that you think I should review, write them in the comments below. Also, if you disagree with my review, feel free to tell me why in the comments below. I always like to know other people's opinions. I know you can pick any YouTuber to watch, so I just want to thank you for picking one of my videos. Hope it didn't scare you to death.